This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It's an honor to have you here. Come sit on my deck and I'll tell you my encounters with city managers, McCook city managers. Way back when I started the candy truck back in the 80s, early 80s, about 5 years into it, give or take, and I had some little girls come up and they had silver dollars, the old ones, the ones with what, 90% silver in them, the old ones from the 1910s and 1920s, and they wanted to spend them. And I said, are you sure? I don't think that's a good idea. And they were adamant that they were going to spend them either with me or someplace. So I said, okay, I'll buy them. And so as they bought products, I got their silver dollars. And as I got their silver dollars over the next, say, 4 days, give or take, I took every one of them and put them in a plastic cup and set it off to the side and wrote their names, all three girls' names, which they were all three sisters, names on that cup. Oh, I suppose it was most of another month before here came the city manager. Hot, very hot about it. And he said, my granddaughters stole my silver dollars collection, and they said they brought it here and spent it. And I said, yeah, I think that's probably about right. And I said, all you have to do, and I handed him the cup and showed him their names. I said, anytime that happens, I save those back so that you have the right to buy them back for what I bought them for or traded food for. And he said, well, why didn't you just call me at the beginning? And I said, calling somebody and telling them that their grandchildren are thieves is not a real cool way or to public relations, especially with somebody that can pull my license for any reason or no reason. But I do it for all kids. And through the years, I've had numerous kids come in with some very old coins that I knew had to be very valuable. I used them just as if they were regular coins and gave them products as regular coins. I would write the kid's name on it and just set it off to the side without saying a word to the kid. And I think only once out of all those times did they never came for the coins. Another city manager story. I was over at Central and a teacher came out way back, and she stood in front of the truck and would not allow children to buy from my candy truck, my snow cone truck. And I was parked on the street. There was a sidewalk, then a fence, then the school. I was on public property. And she wouldn't let it happen though. She stopped me. And rather than get angry, I always have a cool head if at all possible. So I just went, got in the truck, or went around, got in the truck and left. Went straight to the city offices and said, hey, did you pass a law that says I can't park next to the school and forget to tell me about it? Luckily, the manager was right at his doorway and he walked over. And I told him what happened, and he said, well, you file a complaint and I'll have that teacher arrested. And I said, I didn't know I had those rights. And he said, everybody does. Whether you're the smallest store in McCook or you're Walmart, if somebody's stopping you from making sales, my police officers are going to arrest them. And I said, well, I really don't want to go that far, so I'm going to back off from this and call the school, since I found out you didn't have anything to do with it by law. I called the superintendent. You just as well start at the top. And I told him what happened. He said he'd look into it. The next day I got a call from the principal of Central apologizing to me. At the same time, he said, why didn't you contact me? And I said, why didn't you contact me if you knew you had a teacher that was going to do something like that? I said, we could have kept this cool and calm before you pulled that trigger. And he said, well, I told her to go out there, but I didn't tell her to shut you down. I said, there aren't too many options that she could do other than stand there and watch me sell 25-cent snow cones. But the manager helped me, and a number of times while he was here, not a long time, but while he was here, he was a good manager. But I've had others, but that's for another video.